Hi there, I'm Brittany Burgess, and I'm a Senior Customer Advocacy Specialist here at ServiceTitan, and I'm here with your next TAD tune-up. If this is your first TAD tune-up, you're probably wondering what TAD stands for, and it's TitanAdvisor. TitanAdvisor is a little rocket ship icon in the top right-hand corner of your ServiceTitan account, and it's basically a little built-in consultant that can help you find ways to improve your utilization of ServiceTitan. The cool thing is you can choose which goals are most important to your company and prioritize those so that the recommendations actually make sense for you. Today, we're going to talk about a feature called custom reporting. And in my time as a CSM way back in the day, this was one of the most underutilized features I saw. And I think it's because it can be kind of daunting at first. But I'm going to go through the features that you need to set up so that you're fully utilizing it properly, and then how to build a custom report on your own. So let's jump in. First, I want to show you where TitanAdvisor is. And again, it's the little rocket ship icon up here in the top right-hand corner. When you click into it, it's going to give you a lot of different things. First of all, you can see your score in the top right-hand corner. Yours is more than likely higher than mine because this is a demo account. You also can see the plan, the features that TitanAdvisor is recommending that you look at first. And then there's all kinds of other cool stuff like our training modules, our calendar of webinars, training events, so on and so forth. But as I mentioned, you can adjust your business goals. So if you're interested in doing that, it's right here on the right-hand side. You can click the edit pencil and drag these goals around in the priority that you see fit, and all of your recommendations will change. Again, the feature that we're covering today is custom reporting, and you can find that by clicking into payroll and admin, acceleration, and then maximize your reporting. Now, anytime you open up a TitanAdvisor feature, you're going to see a description of the feature at the top, which KPIs this will affect for you. It usually shows you a little picture of the feature itself. And then you're going to have two buckets usually, and one is what to set up and how to use. Now, for each of these, you'll see that you get points, but you cannot get points for utilization until you complete all of the setup features. So make sure that you go through because sometimes they're very simple. It could just be a checkbox or a very simple setting to set up. You want to make sure that you have all options completed in the setup column so that you get the full utilization points too. So we're going to go through these. The first one is assigning business units to divisions and trades. So we want to make sure that in our backend settings, we have trades and divisions set up and the business units are mapped to those. So I'm going to open up a new window and go to settings. I'm going to type in reporting settings. And then you'll see right here in business unit categories, we have trades and divisions. Now, these are very easy to set up. Trades, think just like it sounds, trade, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, garage door, so on and so forth. And then division is going to be your install, maintenance, sales, and service. So the way we're thinking about it, each of these trades can also correlate with divisions. So for example, if you do electrical work, you very likely do electrical install, electrical maintenance, electrical sales, and electrical service. Those are a good blueprint for your business units. And then in your business unit settings, you can map each of them out. And that will just help you with filtering your reporting later, especially on the dashboard. So to add a new one, we'll just click add. And it's very simple. You literally just type in the name, make sure it's active, click save. And the same goes for your divisions. Now, if you ever need to deactivate or reactivate, we have checkboxes here that you can do in bulk. You can always edit the names, very straightforward. So that is setting one, assigning business units to divisions and trades. Well, we talked about where to find the divisions and trades, but actually assigning the business units to them belongs back in business unit settings. So we're going to go to business units. We have all of them here. If you haven't set them up yet, I will link a knowledge base article so that you can review how to do that. I'm just going to go into an existing one. Let's say electrical sales. Near the top of the page, you'll see that there's a field to link in your trade and your division. So electrical, sales, and then you want to go in and do this for all of your others as well. And that, once we finish that, will satisfy set up step number one. Second is mapping business units to divisions on your dashboard. So if we go out to the dashboard, we will see under technician scorecards, there's a little button here called change BU mapping. We're basically just going in and making sure that all of these are assigned correctly. And if not, you can adjust the division right on this page. Basically, what you're able to do is filter by the division on this scorecard. So let me stretch this date back and see if we can get some fake data in there. Perfect. And then I can adjust, okay, I just want to see how my service division is doing. And then it's just pulling in your service information from all of your business units. Now, if you also want to filter by business unit, remember that you can do that here at the top. And you can select which ones you want to look at. This right here is just allowing you to filter by the division. So once you've ensured that this mapping is set up, you are done with setup step 2. Now, lastly, setting reporting permissions. This is an important one just to make sure that your employees are not able to see everything because there's oftentimes sensitive data that they don't need to see. So in order to do that, we're going to go out to settings. I'm going to type in reporting settings again. And here's reporting permissions on tab 3. Now, just a heads up, some of these may change in the future. We're currently working on revamping our user permissions. But what you can do here is you can either set permissions on an employee level or you can set them on a role level. So as you can see on the roles, I have accounting, field manager, display user, so on and so forth. And on the left, these are all of my employees. So you can go in, say you have somebody that serves as a manager in 2 divisions. You might want to go into their role specifically or their employee profile specifically and go through and check off what they can see and edit. You'll notice there's 2 columns, one for viewing, one for editing. View access just lets them see the information. Edit access lets them actually adjust the report itself. So use these checkboxes wisely. Now on the role side, if say all of these roles, looks like, I don't know what this one means, but this role is applied to all of my employees currently up here. So if I go in and adjust this role, it's going to automatically adjust those permissions for all of these employees as well. Pretty straightforward, definitely something you want to look at, and oftentimes something that you may need to troubleshoot if you're trying to share a report with an employee and they tell you that they can't use it. After you've satisfied that, we are done with our setup. So lastly, how to use and how to show utilization. So one is running reports. So to measure this, it's just saying we are looking at the percentage of administrators and managers who have run or received scheduled reports in the last 14 days. And if it's over 50%, you get 2 points. Over 90, you get 4 points. So technically, you can just satisfy this by making sure that all of your admins are receiving scheduled reports. But that doesn't always guarantee that they're looking at them. Personally, if you find that you have managers that are not looking at reports consistently, that's kind of a problem because you want managers, owners, admins making sure that people are utilizing the software well and doing their jobs well. So this is definitely a good metric to just see, are your managers actually making sure that things are running smoothly? So definitely take a peek at this once in a while. Now, the other metric in here for utilization on custom reporting is actually creating custom reports. So we are just looking at the number of custom reports created in the past 90 days. Now, I'm actually going to show you how to do this one. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just running any report. It doesn't have to be custom. But actually building a custom one can be a little tricky sometimes. I'm going to go back out to the software and click into reports. And before I dive into creating one, I do want to just show off the templates dictionary. If you click into templates dictionary on the left-hand side, you're going to see a bunch of different buckets or reporting templates. All of our reports are based off of a template. So the template has a bunch of different KPIs inside, and it can look really overwhelming. These are just what's available to you. When you actually go to build the report, you can pick and choose which of these show up. Now, if you're not sure which bucket is the right one for you, you can also search. So let's click this open field here, and we're going to search the data fields in these reports and see what comes up. Now, a common KPI that everybody tends to keep an eye on is average ticket. So if I type average ticket in, it doesn't come up. But the reason that is because we call it something else. So ServiceTitan employees have spent a lot of time going through what you call KPIs and what we call KPIs and marrying them together here. So you'll see alternative industry names exist in these little buckets here. So now that I have average ticket, I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to see which one makes the most sense for me. For me, it's probably going to be total job average. Or maybe you are looking for one of these opportunity, job average, so on and so forth. I feel like mine's being a little buggy. I usually get better results today or normally. But this is a good place to start to make sure that you have the right bucket. Once you pick the KPI that makes the most sense, the gray box right here is going to be the template that you choose. So if you want to dig in further, let's say we do want business unit performance. I'm going to click business unit performance here. I can scroll down and I can see all of the different KPIs that exist. And if all of the ones I need are there, now I know which one I need, which one I want to start with. So you can actually click into one of the KPIs and create a report from here. Or if you're back on the main screen, the button's at the top right. If you don't have this button, you are probably not on the right package. Custom reporting exists in the Works package or legacy packages. So if you don't see this button and you want the button, reach out to your CSM and see if we can get you on a package upgrade. I'm going to click Create Report, and you're going to see here all of those report types show up. We're going to just mess with, let's say, a jobs report. These are the reporting templates we talked about. These are just the buckets that they kind of live in so that they're better organized. I'm going to click Jobs again. And then up to you. We pre-select some KPIs for you. Personally, I like to deselect them all and then just go through one by one and see the ones that I want so that I'm starting from scratch. But just know when you click that deselect, the select all button does not come back. You can either scroll through or you can search. I'm just going to start dropping some KPIs in here. Let's say I want my job number. Let's say I want the technician that ran the job. So it's giving me all the ones that say technician. I think I want primary technician. Let's do job type. Let's do job status. Here it is. I'm just gonna stick with that for now. Now I'm gonna click next. It's gonna ask me for the name of my report. I'm just gonna call this the TAD jobs report. Operations. So this category that I picked, keep in mind that this is going to pertain to those reporting permissions we talked about. So you want to make sure that you're picking the category with the right employees in it, and you're not accidentally sharing this out with people that shouldn't be able to see it. It will also look at their templates too for reporting permissions. And then you can choose to keep this private to yourself or share it with the users that have permission to. The description is just for you. We're going to click Save. As it's generating, a couple things that we want to call out at the very top of this report. These are filters for the entire report itself. Often when we are working with dates, sometimes this date field does not get changed. You want to think about, what am I trying to understand here? If this is job completion date, I need to know all of the jobs that show in the report will be completed jobs. So if I'm trying to maybe sort by the job status, I need to change this to something like job creation date, job start date, something that all of my jobs are going to have in common. So I'm going to click job creation date. The date field is pretty straightforward, but you can pick whatever filter that you want for that. You can filter by the business units. And then this is just giving you the option to include or exclude adjustment invoices. Now, before I run through all of the other options that we have, I'm going to go ahead and run the report so that we have actual data to play with. And there's not much in there, so I'm going to flip this date back further so that we have more to work with. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Simple call out. Make sure you save a lot because if you accidentally X out of your tab, none of this is going to save. So you want to make sure that you click save. I have an potentially unhealthy habit of clicking that too often. From here, I have a lot of different options. Let's say I forgot a KPI. Edit report is right here, and it flies out all of the other KPIs that are available, and I can check or uncheck them and have them populate here. Once I do that, it might not show up right away. You do have to rerun the report. So I'm going to run it again. All of the data is going to fill in, and then I can click Save Changes again. All right. Now I can further mess with this. So I have the job numbers here, I have the technicians. Let's say I want to filter by a specific job type. So I'm going to filter by all of the no AC calls. So there's a filter button right here on each KPI. You have different options. I know very specifically I just want the no AC type. So I'm going to do is one of, click the field, and then it drops down all of my options, and I can click no AC exactly. You can also add others. So if I want to do and or, let's say or, I also want to include clogged toilets, then I can do both of those. Or if I just want to keep AC by itself, I'll just keep that blank. I'm going to hit filter, and now it's bringing me to just only those two no AC quotes. I think I actually want to pick one that has more options in it. Let's see. Here we go. Now from here, let's say I don't want to filter these. I want to sort them. I want to see all of these still, but I want to know which ones are scheduled together, which ones are completed together, on hold, so on and so forth. If you can see this purple row right here, I'm just going to click and hold the status KPI and drag it up to that row and drop it. And now everything is sorted. So I have my completed, my hold, my scheduled, and they're all in little groups. Pretty cool. Now, in some cases, you will also have numbers down here, number fields. So let's say I have my invoice amounts in here and I want to get a sum. Let's actually run that. Let's get my invoice total, job total. You'll see at the bottom, I have these little drop downs. So if there's numbers involved, I can say, okay, I want the sum of this column. Boom. And now it's adding this up on the level of each job type or job status, but also in total at the bottom as well. Maybe I want the average. Average is there too. So you can adjust these. And if you don't see these showing up, this could be a configuration you need to turn on. And again, I would reach out to your CSM for that. Okay, so we've messed with those. Also keep in mind that if you need to sort by alphabetical or numerical order, you can click once for it to go A to Z or smallest to biggest, twice for it to go the opposite direction, or again for it to completely stop filtering by that. And then lastly, if you want to schedule this, you can do that too. You'll see a little, where did it go? Oh, it's up here. The three dots here, we're going to click schedule. And then I can go through and I can make sure that this goes through email to any employees that I would like. So simple report and flexible report. Simple is if, say you have a revenue report and you want it to go out to the technicians every day so that they can see their individual revenue data. You want to click simple because then they're just going to see their own and not department wide. Typically, though, we use flexible reporting. This is typically for your office staff. They need to see things on a department-wide level. So I'm going to click Schedule Flexible Report. You can adjust the email subject line however you like. You can choose if you want the report to come as a PDF or an Excel document. The date range, again, pretty straightforward. When do you want the report to run for? So if I'm running this report as today, but it comes first thing in the morning, maybe I need it to come again later in the day so that I get all of the information in there. This filter by is the same filter that we saw back on the report. You do need to readjust it. So I'm going to change it to job creation date again. And then again, you can do business unit or adjustment invoices, including or excluding. Oh, I need to do a subject. And I hit next. It's going to ask, who do I need to send this to? You can send it to an entire department, and that will be all of the employees and technicians within. Or you can scroll down and see the office employees and technicians broken out individually. And you can adjust, you can click multiple. So if you just wanted to go to a couple people, you do have that option. Next, this is your cadence. How often do I want to send it? Do I want to send it every day? Do I want to send it every week on Monday? Maybe every month on the first day of the month? It's a 7. Maybe you want to send it multiple times. You can adjust this however you see fit. And then lastly, this is just if you want to adjust any filters that exist on the report. Just know that anything you do here is not going to fix or change the original report. So if you want that report to have new filters, I would go back and adjust the original one and not from here. Up to you though. Then once you hit schedule, it's scheduled and you will start getting it on whatever cadence you deem fit. I'm gonna X out so I don't accidentally do that. Then lastly, say this is a really important report to you on the report screen, you can bookmark it. So I'm going to search TAD jobs report, and then I'm going to bookmark it. And you can see that for you, it will show up under bookmarks here. So if that's the top report you want to look at every day and you want easy access, now it's available for you on that screen. Okay, I hope this was helpful. And if you've never run custom reports before, I really hope that this starts to open up some ideas for you on how you can keep better tabs on your business. And if you do run custom reports, I'm really curious, what's your favorite one? What's one that you run all the time? Please go ahead and drop that in the comments below. Thank you for joining, and I cannot wait to see you on the next TAD tune-up. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day.